entirely, not random names to just throw out there. What do you know?
What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Benas, aka B Money, aka Mr. 50K. This is the 50K podcast. Joining me on the show this week is poet, copywriter, voiceover artist, and rapper Destro. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Amazing stuff.
Man.
You and I actually go way back.
Yeah.
We attended the same secondary school.
That's right.
Matero Boys Secondary School.
Yep. For all those who doubt where this English was formed, it was formed at Matero Boys.
Shout out
Matero
to Mr. Talib. Yeah,
Hey, Matero
famous
is
for the
famous
wrong
for
things.
manufacturing so many things.
But it's high time they know that they manufactured a Destro.
Come on, man. Come on now.
So I would say from the intakes of 2009 to 2013, there were many of us who were actually like rappers back in the day. Rappers, actors, poets. Entertainers, in short. But then all these years later, I would say it's just the two of us that are left. Like everybody else has moved on into being serious people in society.
We become serious people.
Yes. You had your ZRAs, your ZNSs.
Corporates.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But for you at uni, you even went on to pursue a bachelor's in mass comm. So what inspired you to still pursue entertainment as a career?
I felt it really strong on me as a person to say that that's where I'm meant to be, you know, whether in front or behind the camera. Doing voiceovers, if anything, was what I like to call a happy mistake, because I just happened to be in the studio doing what I love to do. And then James Sakala walked in and he was like, what you're doing makes money. So go get a packet of boom and I'll record you. And then he sent those demos out to someone who eventually called me a week later. And the rest is history. You know what I mean? So, but overall, I've still had more or less the same passions and I've still been at it in the same passion. So I didn't see myself wearing a suit every day for the rest of my life. Untying my shoes at midday because they're just too tight. Yeah. You know, or belt shopping. Like, you know what I mean? So for me, I just felt it strongly that I'm meant to be a storyteller. And, you know, my guardians wanted me to be a lawyer or a doctor because my results were good enough for me to enter both. If not, engineer, because their main excuse was we don't really have anyone in those fields in the family. And I was like, that's not a reason why I should step into that. So I was quite defiant to say, I want to be this. So we finally compromised because I was tasked with looking for a course that would align with what I actually want to do. And mass comm felt like it was it. By the time we were entering my intake, around the time, the name had actually changed. It became Media and Communication. This is only at UNZA. I don't know about everywhere else. But yeah, it became Media and Communication. And they added things such as public relations.
PR,
yeah, they added PR to it. They added what else did they add? They added production as well. So now they also added media law. They also added, there were a couple of, you know, new things that were added to the fray of what people know as mass comm. Because for a lot of people, they thought mass comm is just journalism. Like you're just going in to learn to be a journalist.
Yeah.
You're going to work at either a radio station or a newspaper media house. And that's what you're going to do. You're going to sniff out news and you're going to be well informed. You are the people we come to and want to know if the president is back or not. You know, so such things is what people were more or less predetermining. So even when I stepped into mass comm, there was still a lot of people who more or less had like figured what I should be in their eyes. No, we feel like one day you can be president. So it's better you go into law. Because you speak so well, you are outspoken, you are confident, this, that, and the third. So if you go into law, it will be easier for you to And for me, I'm just like, politics. I'm political, but politics. Everyone is political, because we all have very strong opinions, especially here in Zambia, because everything is within reach. So when you have strong opinions and everything is within reach, it makes for quite an interesting society, if I do say so myself. But yeah, I really felt it strongly on myself to say, this is where I'm meant to be. This is where I need to go. And I went for it. When we compromised, it took us a whole year to find a compromise. So I would dare say I started late, but I feel like it was still at the right time that I started my intake. Yeah.
I think it's a good thing, because I personally wish I did Masscom. Unfortunately, I was discouraged by my family. No, there's no money. Because at the time, it was either ZNBC or Zicta. But then now, when I go on these job websites, go Zambia Jobs, you find that an NGO is looking for a PR person. And then I'm like, if I did Masscom, I'd have
learned PR.
I would have gone for this, you know what I mean?
Or maybe $18,000. $18,000 is a lot of money.
Exactly. Yeah, they gotta build my house plus 2 other houses.
The Zambian dream achieved.
With 5 Vitz cars outside.
When John Cena and the rest of WWE were in SA, you would have been there in the ring.
You know what I mean? I'd have been in the ring. Backstage pass. But now I've never been to SA when WWE are there.
You think what I'm saying? Because every Zambian's dream is to achieve the Zambian dream and then do what you like.
Oh yeah,
house, money, car, and then do what you like.
Exactly. Then go to WrestleMania afterwards.
Rest in peace to Hulkamania. But yeah,
that's another topic.
Yeah,
because he had a controversial. I don't know if you followed.
Yeah. I don't even know why I said rest in peace, because I know Twitter was taking a crap on his name.
Yeah, because I don't know if you heard, his daughter. Yeah, the time she was dating a guy.
Black guy.
Yeah. Then he was like, it would be better if
it was an athlete.
he dated she dated a 6-foot nigger. I hope we don't get flagged.
No, he's a nigger of money.
He's a nigger. He's making 6 figures.
You have to censor him. You have to censor. There's a hard R in the nigger word he's using. Negro. Let's use Negro. Maybe, YouTube won't flag Negro.
They won't.
Because we can just say, no, we have peculiar diseases where the Negroes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Speaking of media, you mentioned that you're a voiceover artist. It's very inspiring that James Sakala put you on. There are very few people who will put you on like that, and he even sent the demos for you to different marketing agencies, I'm assuming. Yeah. So how's the voiceover industry going for you? Because I can guarantee, many people have heard your voice, but they probably don't know, the face behind, when they call these brands. I don't know if I'm allowed to mention. Then they call FNB. They don't know that it's you telling them, press 1 for mobile banking. Press 2. How's that gig going?
Oh man, voiceovers are very lucrative. Of course, there are still some steps behind that we are as a country compared to let's say Zimbabwe. Just Zimbabwe. You dig what I'm saying? And even when you consider how the economy is that side, someone who subscribes to being a creative can still make a life. You know what I mean? And if you're in SA, oh my gosh, that's upper echelons. We all see how the big bro Chilu Lemba is. He's even considered a legend.
Yeah,
that side, you know what I'm saying? But he's a legend here as well, because he started here, went there, and he's become exponential. If anything, I genuinely feel they claim him. They say, no, dude, this one is our own.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But of course, he has to remind them, no, I'm Zambian. But yeah, the voiceovering is going really well. If I do say so myself. it's understandable that even a lot more people want to get into it. So even as a lot more people are trying to get into it, I've been trying to do this thing of, let us be the change we want to see in an industry such as voiceovers. I've had intense arguments with people over just the value of voice, locally, especially when you've been exposed to information from outside. So now you don't understand why an agency or what do you call this? Or a body corporate will come and try and squeeze you for work that will make them millions, by the way, right? And relegate it to just a natural function when it actually does take talent. Like I always tell people, especially people who are like trying to get into voiceovers, to say, doing voiceovers doesn't require a deep voice. A lot of people think you need to be talking like this all the time.
You have to speak like Camisa.
Shout out to the big bro. Vocal registry is very much an art. Like you have to have an onus in acting to be able to convey different moods with your voice. If I inflect higher, already it'll scream of brightness and excitement. If I inflect lower, it'll speak or echo of, okay, contemplative, we need to think about this. If I'm in the mid tones, it's like, okay, consideration, and so on and so forth. All of these things take a very high level of understanding the human psyche. Right? Because if you understand the human psyche, you understand that sound affects brainwaves. How people will perceive something, their brain is very much in tune with how it is presented. Because I could say everything positive, but if I'm saying it in a very low tone, it will not make you feel the positivity.
Not at all.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's just an ode to people who would really be considering stepping into the fray, to say you don't need you can have the lightest voice there is. Just understand your vocal range, and convey the intended message that a different client brings to the fray. Another reason why we're also like heavy steps back is we still have that mentality of, when we were in school, the serious stuff is 9 to 5, white collar. These things are hobbies. So they're not taken seriously. I've had very, very demeaning talks where someone is condescending you for what you do and they have to pay you. How can you charge all of this for just talking? You get such things. Like, if you're a creative, any form of creativity that you do, people think you do it by osmosis because they don't take it seriously. It's not regarded as something serious. Whether you're video editing, they think it's just easy to do plots. If you're a sound engineer, they think you can clean up the audio, regardless of what. But there are a lot of technicalities around the art form in and of itself. If you're a musician, they think, oh, rap for me. Give me 4 bars. Do a poem about the day. You know what I'm saying? Because to them, these things are supposed to be by osmosis, because you're someone who just does these things. They don't know that it took years to perfect and to do safely. You get what I'm saying?
You had surgery on your knee 5 times.
So that the knee doesn't grow, out of sorts. Knee grows, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, it's an art form. Talent is definitely in the mix, but also it takes work. If you're not working smartly around your talent, you'll be left behind. And people who seem less talented but have the work ethic will have leaps and bounds in the same field, so I would say for me it's going great because I have developed like a system. I have developed a work ethic. There's a way in which I deliver. There's a way in which I do things that sometimes people even come and tell me, It was between you and, the people who I hold as legends. And I'm like, okay, then why did you go for me? Because you deliver. But they also deliver. That's why they're legendary.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you give us options. And your turnaround time is faster. And I'm just there like, wow. So truly, what sets us apart is the work ethic, not the level of talent.
No.
You dig? And in other cases, the level of talent separates you. You dig what I'm saying? So my point being, have the work ethic so that even as you increase the level of talent, the work ethic still speaks for you, because it's the work that will speak for you, not the level of talent. People can meet you today and go like, you are brilliant, you're amazing, you should consider doing voiceovers, just from the way that you talk, right? But if you actually haven't put out work, they shouldn't be coming to tell you should consider doing voiceovers. They should come and tell you, when's the next one? Yeah. How many clients? I would like to become your client. I've had people who've come to me and say, my birthday is next year. How much do I need for you to read my life?
Wow.
And I'm like, wow.
Doing your own cameos now.
I'm just like, man, that's crazy, right? But ultimately, even when I say we're a few steps behind, it's just a few. If we can put in certain structures, voiceovers can be a very viable career. I've always had a dream where it's not the cheapest person on the street that gets the most jobs, but the hardest worker, and it should translate, because you shouldn't just work hard. When you meet people, they tell you, I heard you on radio. 3-4 ads back to back. But you don't have the funds to show for it because we're not yet there. Yeah. Like recently I stepped into doing international voiceovers and I realized how many steps behind we are. You know what I mean? Like I was introduced to things like usage. Then I asked around usage, like how long have you been doing this usage thing? Since the 90s. Huh? Since the what? Because there you find a voiceover artist can even charge, in Kwacha it's like, this is SA I'm speaking of. In Kwacha that's like 850 Kwacha for a 30-second voiceover, right? That by all means is very affordable. But now usage, it has this multiplier effect. Where is it going to be used? And for how long will it be used? So now when you factor in usage, that 850 kwacha doesn't feel small anymore. It can grow exponentially and even become 100,000 kwacha. Because of where it's going to be used, how long it's going to be used. So that's the usage. And unfortunately, we don't have an industry, a creative industry. We have bodies and institutions that are meant to more or less enforce these kinds of structures, but for the most part, they're just figureheads. For the most part, they just exist to show that there's a club. And within this club, it's the upper echelon kind of club. The cool kids get these kinds of jobs, and everyone who's not amongst the cool kids doesn't get those jobs. You know what I'm saying? So, unfortunately, at least the cool kids still call us for those jobs. So, but basically, I'm saying it shouldn't even be like that. We shouldn't be able to look at it and go like, oh yeah, this reminds me of high school when you have prefects. And then you have the cool kids amongst the prefects. Yeah. You get what I'm saying, right? You would always tell that, oh yeah, this is the crew. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The cool guys.
They always give each other awards. They always giving each other good portions. Even when it comes to deals, they are, they grab some illegals from the kids and then they say, this one has a blackberries, man. let's talk to him nicely. This one gave me the passcode. I think I like his sister. This, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, if we really want to see an exponential change, because the other thing is, people think that the money is more on the client end of things, because they're the ones who have to release the money. When in actuality, it's on both ends, and it can be on both ends. And the truth is, if you can structure the I don't know if I can call us the back end or the front end of like campaigns and so on and so forth. If you put structure to the creative side of things, and creatives are able to make a comfortable living from their talent, from their gifts, you put structure to that, you are inadvertently encouraging work ethic, because the level of comfortability of life that the person is seeking will be directly proportional to their output in terms of work, right? Because they'll know, oh, if I charge, let's say I'm a graphic designer and I charge 10 pin for a social media post, because there's structure that supports my pricing for 10 pin. What ends up happening is, if that social media post does things like conversion, because it's good, it aligns with whatever brand I've worked with, and it translates into engagement, which is conversion rate, right? It translates into engagement. It translates into other things such as final decision.
Like
you know what I'm saying? In the sales and so on and so forth. It means my job now has that level of value that I can demand that price, and it's justified with the structure in play for it. Ultimately, what begins to happen is, I want to become more valuable. So because I want to become more valuable, what do? I'll put in the work. These days, they've even created apps. You don't need to be a graphic designer, just prompt. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if I'm putting in the work, I'll be set apart from people who just put in prompts. You dig? Same goes for like writing. Same goes for like voiceovers. Because there are some people who say, you're too expensive, we'll just let AI do the job. I'm like, all right, cool. Get AI to pronounce.
Speaking of, I wanted to
Chitado correctly.
Speaking of, I wanted to ask, how are you navigating copywriting and voiceover in the age of AI? Because I work in corporate myself, and what we're seeing happening now is, we had an in-house copywriter, and he was let go of because, as management, they failed to say we can do it ourselves. So we'll just prompt these apps, and then they'll generate these captions for us. And then, because I work at a school, so we have houses. So instead of calling like Yo Maps, for example, we just like generated songs for the houses, like, hey, red house, let's go. And like, they sound dope. So how are you staying ahead of the game to ensure that you're still getting your $5,000 and you're better than just some random Mr. Sakala prompting AI?
and there is now an education thing, right? If I'm putting in the work, I'm the original prompt, which means I should have the technical or the promptability to navigate both of these things excellently, because what they're trying to achieve is what I can do from my brain, or rather with brain power, what I can do. So evidently, even in the coming of AI, what we started doing is, because we are a bunch of us as creatives, what we started doing is querying, how much machine learning is this doing? Let us also learn the machine. So even when it comes to your things such as Gemini, ChatGPT, and so on and so forth, you begin to learn them. And as you are learning them, it's learning you. So you're also teaching it how it can be like you, right? So the output that a chat or Gemini or Suno or whatever the case may be, the output that it gives you is just as good as how you prompt it. So if you don't prompt it well, it will give you shoddy work. You know, and you'll be there thinking, this is 30 seconds. You know, me who's both in the writing and voice space, I'm able to tell off rip because I've learned these things. I've put in the work for these things. I can tell when I look at a page and someone tells me this is 30 seconds, I'm able to tell them right off the bat it's not. Because I've had clients before that.
So they're now giving you AI scripts, which they claim are 30 seconds.
Yes.
But then the ad ends up being 2 minutes.
Exactly.
I've seen that happening.
Exactly.
Yes.
So you find they didn't prompt it well. You have to teach the machine what you want so that the next time you prompt it, even without too much effort in your prompt, it produces what it thinks you want. Because it learns as it is evolving. You know, so I will look at a script, me who uses brain power, and I'll tell them this is not 30 seconds. And they'll argue because apparently the machine must be smarter than me. Right? So they'll argue, Sat, this is 30 seconds. I'm like, okay, record yourself doing it. No, like I will respectfully ask to say, are you able to record a VN of you reading your script? I wait a good 2 minutes later. Yeah, no, you are right. We'll see how we can cut it down.
AI.
Guang, guang. It's artificial.
Sorry, you got it. We are thrilled to announce our new camera.
And that's the thing. I've noticed a lot of people are either using, like, especially on LinkedIn posts, if it's LinkedIn AI or it's a Facebook post, they are using chat or LinkedIn AI too much. Everyone is always thrilled to announce. They're thrilled to say. Yeah. They're thrilled to have been involved. You know what I'm saying? And then there are those automated comments that people put in the comment section. Wonderful insights.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it just becomes like, snap. Now the people are becoming machines.
Real life Matrix.
Bro, you dig what I'm saying? Bro, you dig what I'm saying? Like, red pill, blue
Where
pill.
Where Morpheus at?
I can assure you Morpheus is not using Gemini.
We need a new Matrix movie. They were ahead of their time.
No. Unless it's not going to be made by the Wachowski sisters.
Oh, yeah.
We need a Matrix movie by the Wachowski brothers. Yeah.
I don't want to be cancelled. I still want to host the Oscars.
They will just search the interwebs.
The Academy, I'm a liberal.
I'm far left.
I'm far left.
Wow. So, like, ultimately how I navigate the space is I learn how to better use the machines because all I'm pumping into the machine is me, my expertise. So if an expert can use AI as a tool for the work and not that the AI does the work, then, you know, you'll make excellent headway, you know, because for me, recently, there was a company that was looking for a copywriter. So they did a copywriter's test, you know, and they were privy enough to let me know that when we're testing copywriters, we ran their work through AI because we actually want someone who uses their brain to think. And come up with, because how will we know that you actually learned these things?
Yes.
When you can claim to be a thing and use AI to support you, right? And another thing that people forget is that AI is American. It doesn't, even its robotic language doesn't speak British English, which we use.
Yeah, Zambia is a British English place.
You know, like, for me, I used to always know that this person has used AI. Because I started noticing it on Facebook. Some people,
the dashes?
No, not even just the dashes, right? Which are very unnatural for the way we were taught sentence construction. It's the comma before and. Like someone will be listing something, even if they're not listing something, and just as they are about to say and, there's a comma. Now, what people don't get is that in American English, the comma is before and, because usually Americans stretch the spoken and. And that's why because they actually use and as a point for them to breathe. Whereas for us, the comma is the point of breathing in a sentence. Whether you're listing things or you are just speaking, the comma is the point of breathing. So you kind of inflect higher as you are speaking, and then now you land the sentence, right? But people don't get into these semantics because, like I said, it's an education issue.
Yeah.
People are just seeing this is making work easier. But if you are not the thing, how will you know that those are verifiable things, right? Because I've seen people claim to be engineers and then they'll prompt chat to say, because it can also do architecture. It's a machine. It's learning from different experts, in the different fields. Use chat more or less as like a companion or a machine buddy. You have ideas, pump them through. Oh, I'm thinking of this. Do you think it could work? And also the thing about prompting as well is that you have to give it context for where you are.
Yes.
So like if I have an idea, if I have a particular idea, I let the machine know this is where I'm found. This is the kind of audience I'm reaching into. I even give it insights into my audience. So my prompts usually look like 3 pages long. Just for it to understand what I'm trying to achieve.
For it to get the full context.
Give me contextual responses from the prompts I've given it. Otherwise, if I was just haplessly pumping it in, it will give me insights from where it's from, not insights for where I'm at. So that's how you kind of navigate these things. Because eventually, in as much as AI is replacing the workforce that will be irreplaceable are the ones who know how to use AI to produce the results. So that's how I've positioned myself. I've positioned myself more or less as an expert in using it. Of course, I'm not an expert per se, but the positioning is me more or less saying, I'm learning how to teach the machine that's learning me. Yeah. That's how I'm navigating that space.
No, that's how you're supposed to. Because what's going to happen is prompt engineers are now going to become a thing.
Exactly.
And with AI, like even for me, like in my everyday work, because my English is very casual, it's very slang. So I'll just type something, then I'll be like, formalize this, make it more professional. Because I'm too strict sometimes. And then it's going to do its thing. Like it works best when you feed it information.
Exactly.
If you tell it to prompt like a caption from scratch, it's going to be totally trash.
Give you nonsense.
So feed it 500 words and tell it, okay, create this proposal or this plan, and it's going to organize it so well. That's why even my reports in my monthly meetings, I would say they are the best because it's
they're
not just
structured.
they are structured well. Like I put like a 5-page document into AI, and then it's going to put these bullets. It will categorize all the maintenance works that we have done in the last month. Okay, painting works, this, infrastructure, this. But then for me to like categorize that stuff on my own, it's going to take
a lot of time.
The whole day, the whole week. You know what I mean? So I think the best is to work side by side so that at the end of the day, like it doesn't kick you out, man.
Exactly.
Because even SA, McDonald's, I'm a big fan. When
the day you can prompt a burger, we're done. We're done. Just type into chat. Double burger with cheese.
And then it comes out of the phone.
Bro. That's it. I'm on a diet. What's your diet? Prompts. I'm on a prompt diet.
So I was going to mention like their cashiers have been replaced because you walk in and then you just like order. You punch the drink, the order and whatever. If you're paying by card or you're paying by the counter, and then it comes out.
It scans your face and then it will say your name. Hi.
Yes.
So like for me, it said hi Dex, and I'm like, this is crazy. And then I put my card in.
Yeah.
And then it gave me the receipt and my card back.
Yes.
And then
And
I just
you
went.
go to the
I went
front.
to the counter and gave them my order number.
Yes. And then once the order is ready, they give you, and then less stuff.
Yep.
So like,
less lines.
Exactly. Yeah. So even like the ordinary person out there, it's not just you guys in copy and voice who are in danger. Like it's everybody.
It's everybody because it's a machine. I am legend. If you've seen that movie, you get the reference.
Exactly. Too many Easter eggs in this episode.
Bro. Without the bunny. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Lastly, on the issue of voiceover, like how do you get into the voiceover space? Do you have to send demos to the not talent agencies, the marketing agencies, or like how do you?
And I feel like marketing agencies should be looking for their own talent because they complain a lot. We shouldn't use Destro, Camisa, Chilu, they are expensive. We need to find someone who doesn't know but has the talent and is willing to accept 500. Okay, maybe 300.
But you know what their friends do is you have an in-house graphics designer, you have an in-house photographer, you have an in-house person, so that instead of them getting 50,000 per project, you just pay them 8,000 kwacha for 10 projects in a month.
Which is daylight robbery, but
capitalism.
I mean,
I'm not a capitalist, that I'm sure you know. Like,
of course.
I'm a democratic socialist.
Yeah.
But if
Far
I was
left.
but if I was like a million,
far right. If you are Trump,
if I was Trump, that's what I would do. I'll be like, we're gonna get these guys. We're gonna give them 5,000 kwacha.
It's gonna be so lovely.
So lovely. We're gonna get all these billions from MTN, from Airtel,
Billions.
and we're just gonna give them 2,000. They're gonna be happy.
They're gonna be happy. Better than the Mexicans. We don't need to build a wall for them. It's crazy. Maybe a paywall more. Elon.
But they have to out. And the thing with voice, like it would be too obvious that they've like outsourced. Even the billboards. Yeah. When driving around, I can do these like AI
generated.
Like why? You've paid 50,000 to mount that thing.
Yeah, just
like
to have
a
double E.
Stock photos. Like
man, stock photos. I remember there was this one time that two banks used the same stock image.
Oh, I remember that scandal. And you guys were having a field day with it on social media.
Yes, we did. You know why? Because these are the things we tell agencies. Hire an in-house photographer. Even if it's per project, right? Have an agreement with that guy. Have an agreement with that lady to say, look, we're working with this client. We want a photo bank. It's gonna give us your rates. We'll charge client. Because the thing is, agency still marks up when they send their budgets up to client. Of course, client can push back, but there's still a markup that you more or less put on it. Of course, that markup is like reverse taxes. It's your way to try and like make some off of what's on paper. You know what I'm saying? Because I've worked in agencies. I've seen these things. You know, so even when I've seen these things, I'm like, yeah, let me try not to do that. Or maybe I'll understand why certain things were done a certain way when I'm in the position where you have to pay taxes, you have to pay rental taxes, you have to pay employees and so on. And then maybe then that's when I'll be like, these guys are making too much money. It's either we cut the team or we cut their pay. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you have to give yourself the grace for the natural progression of life to not just be staunch and say, I won't do this when I get there, but to leave that room for maybe I'll understand why this was done to me when I get in this position. Because the natural progression of life dictates that. You will eventually be in that position. Unless by happy mistake you don't, maybe because of choices you make. But if the natural progression of life is to go from being an employee to becoming an employer, there are certain things that you might aggregate as you get on that journey or eventually get to that destination, right? So ultimately, coming back to the question, I definitely feel that what I'm trying to catch my thought. What was the question again?
How to get into the voiceover business.
Yeah, so how to get into the voiceover business, right, it's much easier now than it was then, you know. And I think I segued by trying to say, you know, media agencies, marketing agencies
they should consider
doubling
having
as talent
their own,
agencies as well. Like they should have a roster of talents. There are those that attempt to do that, but they do it on a relational basis, where a marketing person from an agency will be like, Destro is my guy, I'll just call him. Yeah, so that presents a plus and a minus at the same time.
No, it's a plus for you. It's like
it's a plus because you'll get me the job.
Who is the director who always calls DiCaprio for everything? Is it Scorsese?
It's Scorsese, yeah. Martin Scorsese.
For Revenant.
Yeah, Revenant. Shutter Island.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it happens, man. Like it's global. If it happens in the US,
but here's the cardinal difference. That's why I said it's a plus and a minus. Here, relationship means you're giving me a discount because I'm your boy. You dig what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? We family. You should do this for free. But the plus is, okay, I could put that on my CV. So sometimes even as a creative, whether it's voice or anything else that you do, you always have to aggregate, is this a good look for my CV? Because if it's a good look for my CV, I can demand my value when a different client comes in. Or have I done work maybe for the competition and the competition paid? So why should I, you know what I'm saying? Like, this won't really count on my CV. So, because there are certain jobs that I've done where they didn't have to pay me. It was good for my CV. You know, there are many jobs that I've done like that.
You know, it happens. It's not just in corporate where people intern. Because I have photographer friends as well. Like, he'll get excited. Oh, no, Mzamo Mbata is in the country. Like, yo, if I have tough shots of this girl, this would be good for my Instagram. People from South Africa are going to see, like, oh, Lamini looked nice on his lens. Let's fly him to Cape Town. Exactly. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you always have to have the end goal in mind when making life-changing decisions. Because every decision is life-changing. You can choose to take a dump now, or you choose to take it later. When you choose to take it later, it might intoxicate your intestines. You dig what I'm saying? But if you choose to take it then, you know, healthy.
You know, I never took a dump like at school. The last time I took a dump was, I think, grade 2. Like, I would always hold it in until I knock off and go home.
And how did that go? Was it worse by the time it was time? You now even broke sweats. And you could have just, breathed. I know it was a weird example to give.
The segue from a very serious conversation.
But I know it was a very weird example to give. But I basically say all of that to say every decision matters. There's no small decision in life. Like, every decision matters. Even waking up and saying, after all, it's my bed. And then you just leave it. You don't make your bed. It can actually affect your psyche, because every person was given a brain that values order. It's just at varying degrees. But we are also creatures of habit. So the habits that you put into play deal with the choices that you make each and every day, right? So if you're making certain choices because you want to get to a particular destination, right? We're always in preparation mode. We're always preparing ourselves for something. So it's either you prepare yourself to fail or you prepare yourself to succeed. Every day, this constant aggregation or tug of war happens in every moment, right? When you decide to say something, you must bear the consequences of what it is you say, right? There are some things I've said in the space that we've had right now where some people will listen to that and they'll be like, he's talking about me. And I'm not. You dig what I'm saying? But those are the things that I have to be consciously aware of, to say, is the point I'm making important? If it is important, then I can I can take the blows if at all the blows come, right?
Yeah.
So ultimately, to get into the voiceover business is easier now because even client is on the interwebs. They no longer just fully depend on or rely on agency to find talent to do the work for them or to get the work done. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, you can either you can do what I call I would now like to coin this phrase and call it the James Sakala method, where he told me go get a detergent in the kitchen and just read what it's made of in a character.
Yeah.
You'll be there, boom, bubble plus, made of citrus and da-da-da-da-da. You dig what I'm saying?
I don't know if you know Wapi. There's a video that went viral of his where he was reading milk, fresh milk.
Exactly.
People loved
just
it.
that.
Yeah.
Just that. You know what I'm saying? Just that. Shout out to Wapi as well. So just doing that, you find client will watch that, and either they will DM you and put you in touch with their agency, or they will DM you and ask you to do the work and pay you directly. Like when I did the call prompts, because obviously I can talk about it now because I wasn't on NDA for it anyway. When I did the IVRs for FNB, right? Press 1 for mobile banking. Press 2 for da-da-da. They reached out to me directly and they paid me directly. We had whole email exchanges around taxes and all of this and that, just so they could release the funds. And the work is done and the voice has been loaded because I did this job in 2021. And to this day, when you call FNB, you dig what I'm saying? So that already lets you know that it's because you're letting your work speak for you, but you have to put out some work. You got to put out some work. And in the age of social media, it's way easy. It's way easy now to put your work out there. Everyone can advertise themselves. The propensity for someone to go viral today is much higher than it was back then. Because back then, all we had was Facebook. Yeah. Then came Instagram. And when these things were just bubbling up, you needed a cosign from someone with more following
to share
for you to be validated, get your spot in the game, and get that nod for someone to look for you and say, oh, we saw Chef post you, we saw Magnus post you, we saw Pompey post you, we saw Makitu shared your video, this, that, and the third. You don't need that. You can create your own motion now.
Yeah, especially with the TikTok algorithm. The TikTok algorithm, you don't need any big person to endorse you. Once the algorithm just does its thing, you'll be everywhere in no time.
And if it notices that you're consistent, so there's that work again. Consistency. You're consistently putting out work, and you're consistently, because the other thing that we have here is, especially for us who are talented people, we don't want to put in the work as such because we think the talent is enough. Talent is not enough. Like we said earlier, you need to have that work ethic around the talent, because if you have that work ethic around the talent, that's structure enough. It means you know what to do, when to do it, how consistently that you do it. And when you get into those spaces where you're doing things like that, you're able to put out the work exponentially. And you can relegate days. You create a schedule for yourself. You actually treat yourself like a serious entity. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. I feel like a lot of people don't take themselves seriously. Mm-hmm. And because they don't take themselves seriously, they can't have fun taking themselves seriously. People who put out funny content that we love to watch, I keep forgetting his name, but my wife likes to watch his videos. He's always cooking. He's got Heinz Spice are his people, I think. Yeah, so he's from the Copper Belt.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he always goes Makale wangu. when he's throwing in the spices and he's making something numa kalewangu. That's his work. Like, he puts in so much effort into doing what he does, to the point where my wife is always, when his videos drop, he's dropped another video, I need to try this recipe, you know what I'm saying? And when I look at like his numbers, thousands of people, tens of thousands of people are viewing those videos, and you can imagine how many of those 10,000s of people are going to buy Heinz spices because that's what he's using. Thousands. You dig what I'm? So the work of a creative is exponentially valuable because it makes money for whoever they represent in that time, which is why coming back to having structure around what you do can help you become more lucrative, which is aka more valuable, because the more money you make as a creative, the more that you invest back into your creativity. If you were using a techno when you started your content journey, the more that you kept working at it and you started getting deals on the table, you've moved to an iPhone 16. It's easy as the process makes it look, but there's a lot of hard work involved. So getting into the voiceover space is fairly easy. All you need is a working phone, clear audio, and put that work out. I mean, even these days there are websites where they even give dummy scripts that you can read, and you create a demo and you send it through Fiverr, voice.com, and so on and so forth. You send your stuff out there and someone out there goes like, yes, I've been looking for a Pan-African voice. They come back and they give you a movie trailer. Where you wouldn't have done that movie trailer if you didn't try. If you were just waiting for someone to notice you, how are they going to notice you without the work being put out, without you putting in the work? So you got to put in the work. And I know people don't like the word work. They like shortcuts. You know, like there are a lot of people who will reach out to me and go like, I'm a voiceover actor, give me a gig. I'm not the giver of gigs yet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not also in a position of power where I can patch you in to a gig. But I can advise you to say, put your work out there. Where's your work? Maybe send me your work. I'll send it to people I know. Maybe that might help. That can work. Yeah, 9 times out of 10, when I send other people's work upwards, I think it's only once that someone has ever come back and said, that audio you sent me, who's that? Patch me through. Once. And the thing is, I'm not stingy, I'm not a gatekeeper, nothing. I've been sharing from the time I started. So there's this phrase I've always believed in, lift as you rise, right? So I've always patched people through. I've always sent their numbers up. I've always sent their work, if they have work, up. I've always put in recommendations and so on and so forth. At the end of the day, it's up to them, the person who's asked for the opportunity that they think I'm generous enough to give or share with them. It's up to the work that they put in that will leave an impression on the connection, you know, because a lot of times we're told network, connect, and so on and so forth. But if you're not connecting well, or you're not making a great first impression on who you want to be connected to or to connect with, then what's the point? You know, because talent isn't enough. It has to be a work ethic. It has to be a way that you go about things. And you got to be polite. You got to be polite.
I know. I would definitely put in the work. And you will see more voiceover work from me now.
Hey, let's go.
I need the extra money.
Bro, we all do.
I want to add pyro to this podcast.
Put some fire on these snitches. Come on.
Destro.
That was real fire. It's not CGI.
So, apart from voice and copy, you do hip hop as well. A rapper. No, that's
finally
I'd say
we
your
can
first
talk
love.
about serious things.
So I wanted to ask your Mount Rushmore of hip hop, of rap.
That's wild. That is wild.
Dead or alive.
Oh,
US,
okay.
Zambia.
It's not wild. Yeah, no, my Mount Kilimanjaro. My Mount Kilimanjaro locally, I would say Tick, Tim, Chef, 5'4". 5'4", yeah.
You're into OGZ rap like that?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think I still have a scratched CD somewhere.
Of 5'4".
Berg City.
Was 5'4" the guy who was in School Me, in Zone Farm at one point?
No. 5'4" was 5'4". And then there was the Street Bangers. Yes.
Okay.
But 5'4" was 5'4".
No, that's a good one. That's a good option.
Yeah. Excess IQ. He might not be as active as I'd want him to be, but I put him up there. Yeah.
Okay. For me, I can't think of... Critic is definitely high up there.
Yeah.
One of the best, if not the best, lyricists that we've had.
Yep.
Yeah, Tim as well. Even though he doesn't want to do my podcast.
Wow. Did you ask him?
I did.
You asked, and he said no.
I called him multiple times.
And he said no.
Anyway, the thing is, there are some people that are just not comfortable doing interviews. Podcasts. Yeah. So you can respect that. So sometimes
I don't think he would have a problem. Maybe his schedule is just too packed at the moment.
No, he actually told me that I don't want to do like a podcast right now. Like there are some people who feel maybe they will say more than they are supposed to. Then with others, they're also afraid of like losing deals. Like
did you send him links to your episodes?
I don't think I did, because
I think do that.
The perception out there when you tell them come to my podcast, they think, oh man, maybe he's gonna ask if I smashed like Elson or MacG. That's the problem.
Those are entirely not random names to just throw out there. What do you know?
So, and like for me, I'm always like, have you seen an episode? Like I've done 10 episodes.
Yeah.
There's been zero controversy. There hasn't been like a clip where I've like disrespected any of my guests or I've demeaned anyone. So like it breaks my heart when people say I don't want to come because I don't do like it's.
Yeah,
it's a safe space.
True. It is a perception thing. I think I had that with like one of my other artist friends. I won't mention who, but yeah, there's just also this fatigue of podcasts are the new talk shows. So it's like I've gone over all the questions, I've gone over all the anything people can ask, and if I've recently had some form of controversy, this person might want to ask delve on it because it will get the clicks and everything. So there's that fatigue from it where they're just like, I don't do podcasts, But if it's treated more as a conversation, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I just want to get to know you, but with some cameras on.
I think I'll be sending like lists of what I've had and short clips. I think it's going to help because they'll be like, Benas,
the homie's been there.
The 7 days in a week guy. Like, what is he gonna? Are we tearing people down on his platform or whatever? Like,
Like, so it's a perception thing, and I think short clips help. Yeah, they definitely do.
They definitely help. Yeah.
But yeah.
And then
so Tick Tim.
Yeah, Tick Tim. I was gonna go on a rant now mentioning everybody that said no. Like F this guy, F that guy, F that girl.
Have you seen that? You are going to think you are trying to do ether.
You didn't want to come through. Yeah, so I said Tick Tim. I would have to put in Crisis, man.
Man.
Yeah.
This is why I don't like top 5 discussions.
Like, ends up like feeling disrespected. No, with Crisis, like in terms of skill, obviously, like there's people who are better, but I would put him there.
How could you say that? You don't disrespect OGs like that, bro.
No. It's not disrespecting the OGs. I put him up there because of what he did with Fire Inside.
Word.
Like number 2 Channel O. Remember he performed at the awards.
Yep.
very few Zambians have had that honor. You know how xenophobic South Africans can be, but for them to give him that platform and to nominate him, for me, I think it was a big deal. Man.
Big shout outs to Chuma Piri as well, because I believe he was like working at Channel O at the time. He pushed through a lot of Zambians.
Because remember even Pompey as well.
Yeah,
Pompey, I would put him as like a number 4. I haven't reached out to him yet, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'll try to. Like with Pompey, I'll try to pitch in person if I ever see him. He'll come through, because if I send a message, I know he'll probably...
He replies, bro. He replies.
He replies?
Yes. He reads. And then he replies.
And you're like, no, young man. I feel like you would young man me to death.
No. He's cool. He's like super cool.
Yeah. With Pompey, he had a documentary on Channel O. I don't know if you saw it in 2010.
Yes.
When I think he was at Monash that time. Yeah,
yes.
like for me, I gave him
Love Letter was my favorite song.
A lot of respect for that, man. And I know he's still pushing. I was one of the people that was upset when he switched from secular.
You were upset.
I was annoyed because for me, man. I felt he should have been on.
He's going to praise the Lord.
Like, damn it, man.
Wow.
He's no longer on the highway to hell.
Wow.
Like I feel he was on the Sarkodie Casper trajectory.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yes, like he would have.
In terms of like stardom.
Yes, he would have been. You know the way Roberto Amarula. Yes, I feel he would have been on that level, even bigger. But even with what he's doing now, I guess he's still a big deal. Yeah, like the Spotify numbers are still like through the roof. East Africa is still
like when he steps into an East African country, you think, yo, Pompey for president. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Anyway, let's move to US now.
Oh, US Mount Rushmore.
Your Mount Rushmore of US hip hop.
US hip hop. Tupac, of course. Tupac's up there. I grew up on Tupac, so he's up there.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Eminem up there. I got Nas up there. You know, I got Black Thought up there. That's already like 4, right?
You can add extras.
I can add extras now. Alright, cool. I put Weezy up there, bro. I put Weezy up there. Like the cultural impact Weezy had, hip hop wise, he's up there. I put Cole and Kendrick up there. You know what I mean? I don't know what with Drake, because not that he's not.
You don't rate Drake?
He's a pop star. He's not really.
Shane Eagle. Yeah, your favorite rapper is a pop star, darling.
I know who he was talking about. But anyway, I put Drake more in the lanes of course, Michael Jackson's like way up top. But the mountain that has Michael Jackson up top, Drake is somewhere. He's somewhere in there. He's somewhere in there, you know, next to Beyonce, Taylor Swift, you know. Okay. And a bunch of country singers. Yeah.
I was going to speak on Taylor Swift. She did a podcast with her boyfriend just like 9 hours ago.
Boyfriend?
Yeah, like he's an NFL player. And it's like
I don't know how they manage.
And it's like a big deal out there. And I was going to mention that's what differentiates her from Beyonce. So Beyonce is still in that era where she wants to be an enigma. She wants to be a mystery.
I don't think she wants to be. I think her management pushes that.
But then we live in an era, like we always have this conversation, where now people want to know where you stand. Are you left? Are you right? Are you Democrat? Are you Republican? Are you Kamala? Are you Trump? But with Beyonce, she wants to be like an undertaker that doesn't talk. You just gong. Yeah, on stage. Gong. But with Taylor Swift, because when it already had 8 million views.
Okay, I'm kidding.
It had 8 million views within a few hours, and that's a lot of views for a podcast.
It is.
I'm sure it's going to do like
Shannon Sharp will tell you.
Yes. It's gonna do Shannon Sharp.
He's also an NFL player who likes white girls.
Like, unk. That's for me. That's like a weakness that I wouldn't want to like allow like derail my career. Like the women and everything. Like you have to be very careful, man.
You have to be.
Yeah, but anyway, like So she did a podcast and it's all over the news. CNN, ABC. Like Beyonce. Has Beyonce done a podcast?
No,
she hasn't. Maybe if Jay-Z was podcasting.
She did Lemonade though. Lemonade's a podcast with sound.
At least Jay-Z did Kevin Hart.
Where's that episode?
Yeah, and my favorite quote from the Jay-Z, the Kevin Hart one was where he was talking about how he goes for like a family reunion and then his cousin is asking him for money in his grandma's house. Like, yo man, I got this idea, man.
I just need some funding.
If you could just give me like 200, I could make it 2 million.
I could flip it and make it 2 million.
Flip it. And then Jay-Z is like, no man, it doesn't work like that, man. It doesn't work like that, man. I'm like, yo man, you don't believe in my dreams.
Now, how many relatives and friends do we have who are like that? We are Jay-Z's cousin. All of us.
All of us are Jay-Z's cousin.
All of us. Remember that meme that was going around saying dinner with Jay-Z, 500,000. A lot of us were stupid. We said dinner with Jay-Z because I can ask him for that 500,000. And then now after Jay-Z. The Kevin Hart episode, you're like, I'll take the 500,000. Because clearly he's gonna. It doesn't work like that.
It don't work like that.
Don't work like that. I gotta talk to B. I gotta talk to B. Hey, Blue.
Yeah.
Look at this jokes, man.
Anyway, for my Mount Rushmore hip hop, I'm a West Coast guy. West Coast, Shady Aftermath. So I'll put Pac.
Of course.
Yeah, I'll put Dre, who is their godfather. And I'll put Eminem and 50 Cent. For me, I'm a 50 Cent guy.
50 Cent's New York, but cool.
Yeah. No. He is New York, but he aligned himself more with
on West Coast. That's why he was, with
like
the game until they beefed.
Yes, like the East guys are better lyrically. Are they not?
It's arguable.
Yeah, like isn't that where like Prodigy and isn't that where even hip hop started?
It's arguable.
Yeah. So like for me, I'm biased towards.
Yeah.
I liked my braggadocious hip hop. Yeah, like the
that's your East Coast. No, your really? East Coast is braggadocio hip hop. Your Jay-Z's, your Biggie, your Grandmaster Flash, you know what I'm saying? Your Rakims, they're very braggadocio. Your Can I Bus, very, very, very flamboyant in their lyrics. Not flamboyant that way. You know what I mean? Like, cheer. We're letting you know.
Yeah. My wife Beyonce, what else? My baby Blue, what else? What else?
I laughed the first time I heard those lyrics. I was just like, okay, but it sounds hard.
I like the Jay-Z bragging. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Let me handle my business. Damn.
Oh man, especially when he did 444.
Yeah.
Man,
giving you guys game for $9.99. $1 million worth of game.
That's how you rinse it.
We're going to go on and on, man. Space will finish in the memory card.
Alamant.
Anyway, so lastly on hip hop, you have a song with somebody who I believe you not grew up in your teens. You're listening to Dope G. Your new song, your new single, Generations. Let's talk about it. Like
some color.
Known as Vinny to the kids.
Wow. The kids who watch TV in their rich neighborhoods.
But shout out to the OG Dope G. Shout out to Zone Fam. Like they changed the game.
That's right.
2011. Hands down.
Man.
What was it like working with Dope G?
It was a dream come true. if I'm honest. Yeah, because like you said, I grew up more or less seeing and, you know, watching them do their thing. It was 2009 when I would go to a friend's house where they would record, you know, and I'll just be
from
like,
back then. Oh,
yeah,
when
this
Vebo
is
was
in
still
Avondale.
Vebo Assassin.
Yeah, with the perm and everything. So, you know, we out
Shout
here.
out to Young Verbo.
Yeah, you know, we out here, we in the corners, hanging by the wall and seeing bro them do their thing. And I'm just like, this can be done in Zambia. You know, so it's a dream come true to work with people who, in fact, to call them my big bro, you know, my big brothers, you know, to work with people that you were like, yo, man, it's just such a great honor, you know. And it was a brilliant honor to work with him as well. Man, the respect that he gave me by giving me this song, more or less, if I could put it that way. Because when I sent him the beat, let's say I send it to him right now, today. The next day, he was ready with a verse. And he had the hook already fixed in. And I was just like, work ethic. Talented, the work ethic, why not? You know what I'm saying? Others, you know, others don't work like that. You know, but of course there are others who at least even communicate to say, hey, look, I got a lot going on right now. I'm gonna get to you when I get to you, you know. But I really appreciated that expedience. I think another person that more or less shocked me with like the quickness with which they worked on a verse for a jam we worked on is Tick as well. I got a feature with Tick. You know, I also have a feature with Tim. I'm gonna let you know now. Yeah. So I've been working on the mixtape for the better half of a year now. And, you know, I think I can even reveal the name. You know, you heard it here first.
50K exclusive. You heard it here first. Damn, where did you hear that?
Where'd you find this?
Where did you find this?
Oh, man, that reminds me of bootlegging CDs. I did not bootleg in case ACC are watching.
Yeah, we bought from our kids, from Sounds.
Yeah.
250, one
at
CD.
the internet cafe. Yeah. So yeah, man, like these are people I consider legends. Like I said, they're in like my Mount Rushmore, and for them to even just accord me the honor of working on a jam together, you know. I also have a feature from Mag 44. Yeah, I'm gonna put it out there now. Might as well say the whole track list. I'm kidding.
Nice.
But yeah, man, like getting all of these people who I grew up watching, listening to, and them being like, yo, it's an honor for us to give you the honor. Like, bruh, it's so humbling, and at the same time it says a lot about maybe the trajectory with which I've grown over the years in pursuing these rap dreams, if I may put it that way. So, you know, getting to such positions where such dreams are achievable. You know, I had a discussion with Chef as well, and he's just waiting for me to find the perfect beat. You dig? So for me, it's like, man, even Chef knows I rap. This is,
damn,
I could cry.
That's
you know
massive.
what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Eish.
It says a lot about the work I've been putting in. It means, it hasn't gone unnoticed, you know. And I'm such a perfectionist, so I do make sure I put in the work. You know, I'm also that kind of rapper who ensures that I do not let the opportunity go to waste. So if I know that, I'm gonna go bar for bar with a legend, then I have to bring my A game as well. So yeah, man, like that's even the name of the mixtape. It's going to be called Bar for Bar.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So because I'm going bar for bar with, you know.
Reminds me of Fast Lane, Eminem and Royce. Where some argue that Royce killed Eminem.
Yes, he did. First verse, I'm on till I'm on the island. My life's riding on autopilot. Before I touch dirt, I kill you off of kindness. I kill you. My natural persona's much worse. You've been warned if you've been born or if you conform. Slap up a cop and then snatch his body out of his uniform. Leave him with his socks hanging.
The horns of a unicorn.
No. Y'all niggas in the lick, man, slow. There's no claiming you flaming. Bet you can light your own cigarette with your... You know what I'm saying? Me and Shady dead in the past. So we basically resurrected my cash flow. The reason why we say Royce killed Eminem is there are a lot of technicalities that go into analyzing raps, and that's the thing that a lot of people don't put into account. For most people, it's just the passion around the flow, right? It's why to any like really a hip-hop head, to any really into hip-hop listener, they would even put MF Doom and Andre 3000 in their top fives. You know what I'm saying? But MF Doom and Andre 3 Stacks are not people you hear regularly in people's top fives. You dig what I'm... Because maybe the kind of listener they are gravitates more towards the people they mention in their top five, right? Some people will mention Drake in their top five. You know, but if you're a hip-hop head, you understand that it's a bit unfair to put Drake in a rap category when he has more or less extended himself beyond rap. That's just for me. Unless tomorrow he wakes up and says, I'm dropping 10 tracks, I'm just rapping, it's all rap, and I'll give you that. Then now we can say, okay, because J. Cole and Kendrick give us that consistently, right? Now let's say, okay, big three for real. Who is? You know what I'm saying? It's why I understand Kendrick at credit. Kendrick when he says, you know, forget the big three. It's just big me. Bums. You know what I'm saying? So when you hear him say that, you understand where he's coming from, because he's like, no, this person's visiting. They're not like here to stay, because they do all of this other stuff. And then in Not Like Us, he reminds us by saying, I have no problem with you making a song I can dance to. But the moment you start trying to rap, we'll have problems. You know what I'm saying? So unless Drake can really like get back to rapping like that, like Mixtape Drake, there now we can, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, outside of that, right? Technicalities are heavily considered when we are saying, okay, these bars are better than these bars. Some people just like the swagger. It's why they'll also put Jay-Z in their top five. Some people like the lyricism. How many words is this person saying? So they'll go and count on Nas, you know. Some people like the passion, so they'll count Pac. Some people like the lyrical bounce with which that they go from topic to topic and rhyme to rhyme, the punchlines. That's why they'll count a Biggie and a Lil Wayne, right? But if you're going to go full spectrum on the technicalities, you find that Eminem and Royce are extremely technical rappers. They are not only paying attention to the amount of words they are saying, but what they're saying in those words to make their whole 16-bar verse coherent. Like by the end of the verse, you should have either learned something or you get it. And they are the kind of rappers who the whole rap verse is a scheme within a scheme. Like they're mini punchlines and metaphors that are within a scheme of the overall scheme of the verse. Like that's how deliberate they are about, you know, the technicalities. So when it came to the theme around Fast Lane and some of the, I would say, vices that Royce spoke of within a fast lane per se, he definitely bodied Eminem.
You've justified the debate.
I've justified my debate. So if you can justify yours, you know where to find me.
Put it in the comments. Let us know.
I will not reply on the comment section. You have to find me.
It's gonna be on site.
On site.
What about No Love? Eminem, Lil Wayne.
Love. Of course, Eminem.
Okay, I agree.
Snatch the mic from him.
I've met a
I'ma
bunch of
let you
people
finish.
who say Lil Wayne though.
But the rap was whacking him. but I'm afraid it ain't gonna make no difference when I rip the stage and tear it in half. Anyway. Oh man. Of course Lil Wayne fans. Because obviously at the time I have this really good friend of mine. He was also at Matero Boys. We used to go back and forth arguing who killed who between Drop the World and No Love, between Eminem and Shan.
Yeah.
And then we would argue now. Now, the way we would argue is by reciting the verses to each other. So he would do Eminem's Drop the World verse. Me, I would do, okay, Lil Wayne's verse from No Love. He would do Eminem's verse from No Love. Me, I would do Weezy's verse from. And then we would go about it like, you didn't understand what he was saying, man. This is, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the beauty of rap. Like, it puts us in these positions where we get to debate. I once witnessed a debate where people didn't know it was me, and I was on a bus. So I'm on this bus, and then there are these guys, they're debating about who killed a particular cipher that we had done at the time. And I'm just there like, these guys don't know that I'm here. So I just watched the debate. I did not reveal at any point that actually it's me who you guys are talking. Like, Ons were telling me what they heard from the lyrics and why it was tough. And I'm just there saying, this is why we need to start putting on lyrics.
They were misinterpreting.
And they were saying the wrong words. Like, imagine you say something, but obviously when excitement looms over the ears, you don't hear the exact thing. It's like when people used to argue, is it EA Sports, it's in the game, or it's to the game?
Yeah.
EA Sports, to the game.
To the game. Yeah.
EA Sports, it's in the game.
You know, for me, I used to hear telegame.
Telegame. You heard something else entirely. So you know, such things is what lets people know that, oh, okay, this is the kind of world that we live in. This is how people interpret what you say. Sometimes they'll hear something entirely different and they will stick with that. They will die on a hill unless you come out and correct it. I wish I did, but it was so amusing to watch. You know what I'm saying?
It's good to get that perspective sometimes. So when is Bar for Bar dropping? Do you have a release date yet?
I ain't got a release date yet.
And it's EP mixtape?
It's a mixtape. But ish, man. To the average listener, everything is an album. You know, so
let's call it a body of work.
Project.
The project.
You know what I'm saying? Playlist. It's a rap playlist.
Blah.
I'm giving y'all a rap playlist with a bunch of raps on it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm sizzling. So yeah, bar for bar. I'm definitely targeting the tail end of this year, if not early next year, because there are a number of things I want to get done before I even start advertising that, yo, this body of work is coming out soon. But I would dare say half the masters are done. There are just a couple of intricacies musically that we're trying to put together. I'm also subsequently working on an album as I'm working on the mixtape, because the mixtape is also, for me, I don't want to say throwaway. I want to say it's something I want to get out so that I can completely focus on, you know, the album I'm working on. That one definitely into next year, you know. But yeah, I want to get back to making music again. I feel like I've been rapping too much. But yeah, like I really love doing, because there's also a poetry tape I'm working on subsequently. Like, I'm working on so many things, and I'm trying to put out, and I'm also trying to work on visuals for all of these things. So it's a lot of work. This is why artists in other countries have teams, management, accountants, lawyers, PR. Those are the people who shoot them, you know.
I know. Looking forward to the mixtape.
Hey, come on now.
In closing, let's talk about your marriage. How's that going, man?
It's beautiful.
As a young married professional,
I mean,
young married creative.
It shows. Ilelanga tulife bwino. Tudeli bwino.
Is it something you would encourage your fellow young men of Zambia to do?
Definitely. Let me tell you something. I didn't have the bag and I was getting married. Because a lot of people tell me, no, I got to chase the bag first. I got to chase it. You've been listening to too much Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate. You know what I'm saying? So their economies are very different from ours. And I tell you like this, marriage is God's idea. It's very biblical. And the Bible says, he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor. Bruh, the moment I just thought, let me get married, the stars aligned. Money just started following me. I didn't have money when I had this thought. After the thought, money started following me. But do you know what else was trying to follow me as well as the money? Women. So you have to be disciplined.
I think I'll get married so the women can still come in.
Wow. Because they don't stop. I don't understand it. But last night, one of my big sisters was like, no, you know. Because my wife was detailing this. I hope I don't take too long. I like talking. So my wife was detailing this time we went on our honeymoon and how we was waiting to get onto our plane. So you get on those shuttle buses and then they take you to where you're going on your plane and everything. So there was like this lady, like she took videos and everything. Me, I was like, investigative journalist, huh? Yeah, the training is coming to use. So I even forgot about this interaction. So she starts telling our big sister, when we were in Dubai, because we were in Dubai. You know, have you seen? I didn't have a bag. I got married. I ended up in Dubai for my honeymoon. You see, God. Any married man will tell you, they got married, money came in. Where it came from, it's a miracle. The only miracle money I know is from marriage. Everything else, I don't know what to tell you. But if you're a young man out there, bro, you're even wasting time. Get married today. But of course, marriage is also for big people. I can say that. It's for adults. It will mature you in ways you never thought of. So you have to take it maturely. If you still feel like playing, then don't get married. You know, don't use the bag as your excuse. You just want to be playing. Continue playing. It's detrimental to be playing because it's expensive in this economy. In Zambia, It's expensive to play. But at the same time, marriage is for the mature or the people willing to mature. So I could put it that way. Ultimately she was detailing this experience where, because here we're talking about how the women keep coming and they don't stop. They don't respect your wife. So this woman starts talking to me. She introduces herself. She tells me she's a student. And I forgot this interaction. I'm remembering these details because my wife reminded me via telling our sister. So she was like, this girl, she just wanted to talk to my husband. She could see his ring is on, Shanshani. She just wanted to be talking to him. Me, I tried to say hi. And then he introduced me as his wife and everything. And the girl just brushed me off. And then she continued talking to him. And then I'm like, damn, this happened? I don't think it happened this dramatically. But I hear you. And I get it. Right? Women are very territorial. But outside of that as well, our sister explained to say, sometimes a woman will see a married man and see stability. He's able to take care of someone. He can take care of me. That's how some people translate it.
That's how they see it.
Yeah. Others, because they're very territorial, it's a competition with the woman who's married to the person. It's a matter of, I know I'm beautiful. And he chose you? He's about to choose me too. You know what I'm saying? Like there are plenty. Okay, no, they're not. The truth is, again, the caveat is population-wise, there are more women than men.
Oh, yeah. So this is why some married men have 3 chicks.
Sometimes it's not even of the own's choosing.
Yeah.
Those women chose him.
And then the guy has no discipline and fails to resist.
Exactly.
No, but to some extent, I agree. Because I once posted like a story where I was in a white jacket with a cousin of mine that got married.
Yeah.
So people thought I was marrying her. So there were girls who like were ignoring my DMs from 2015, replying, congratulations.
From 10 years ago.
I'm like, so this is how the game is. When
And then you tell them, no, she's just my cousin.
She's just my cousin. And then they vanish again too.
No, they don't vanish when you say she's just my cousin. They'll say, oh, really? I want to see to what extent your cousinship is. So, yeah, like it takes a lot of discipline. It takes a lot of maturity. It's something that I personally I would lie if I say I've understood it, because I've been approached. I've been approached by older women. I've been approached by younger ladies who will flat out tell you, I don't care what your situation is at home. It's you and me right now, boy. What you gonna do? And you have to say the hardest no of your life. I'm a Christian man. I have to say no.
I'm a Christian. I'm a conservative.
I'm not conservative, but I'm very Christian. I tend to be unhinged, but I'm Christian.
Oh, yeah.
Because being Christian means you are unhinged, because we have some very, very obstinate views on a lot of things. Especially when you go through what the Bible asks of you as a believer. It's very obstinate, like very strongly opinionated, right? But if we were conservative, we'll just be minding our business all the time. There is a part of the Bible that advises that, make it a statement to lead a quiet life. And when we're talking about Beyonce, I was like, maybe she's just abiding biblically to leading a quiet life.
Yeah, and I think she is a Christian, because she used to sing in the choir.
Bro, how many people used to sing in the choir?
Katy Perry.
There's some porn stars who used to sing in the choir, bro.
Now they're singing other songs in their videos.
I went for this prayer conference one time, bro, and majority of the women that were like front row, front and center, were baddies. Like people you see them insult online. When the pastor said and say amen, they damn near took their wigs off.
I see them. The buddies I follow on IG, they post their food dresses on Sunday, church things.
Church things. But Friday night, it's so churchy. You know what I mean? But eventually, they'll enter a church girl era, and you will not see a trace of their past.
Let's wrap it up, man.
Yeah, so yeah, man.
Just the DR, thank you for coming through, man.
Thank you for having me, bro.
What's up, man? We're looking forward to the Bar for Bar mixtape.
Hey, maybe we can do a part 2 and do a lyrical breakdown.
For sure, man.
Because I say a lot of things on this mixtape.
For sure. That's our show, man. Thank you so much for coming through. This has been the 50K podcast. I'm your host, Best Brad, aka B Money, aka Mr. 50K. My guest has been Destro. Look out for his mixtape, Bar for Bar. Coming soon. We shoot from King Spirit Image Room. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, we are.